Welcome to the Phoenix Zone and all things Cayman. Today, I'm in the Hawkwell Theater with Mr. Matt Brown, the creator of What Happened. Mr. Matt, thank you for joining the Phoenix Zone.
Very good to meet you. Very glad to be here.
So could you please tell me a little bit about your background in creating plays, acting, and directing plays?
I have little to no experience. I'm winging it every day as I go. I started as an actor under Henry Matu. There was a very, very popular Caymanian theater play called Rundown. So I got my feet wet on the stage as an actor, and then I started to better understand the process of how a play could come together, obviously starting with the writing. And every year I would try to get a little more creative control, try to pull a little more from him. And eventually I ended up with the spin-off show of Rundown, and we call it Wha Happening.
So I went to What Happened last year, and it was really fun. So could you please explain or share some of the inspiration and some of the ideas for this year's What Happened?
Okay, well, you can't write this stuff. The show nearly writes itself. It is a commentary on Cayman's community. I like to look at it like, you ever seen these mirrors that make you look all warped? That's like a mirror in a fun house. So it's putting the mirror up against Cayman so that they can see themselves and go, oh, I didn't realize that this is how I was being perceived. So it's me just making notes throughout the year, and then I try to bend it slightly, create hyper-realism, put a little gasoline on it. So it's not real. It's just the little core ideas of what I pick up throughout the year.
So like we said earlier, you acted in Rundown. And I understand that Dave Martins was a really big part of that, and sadly he passed away. So what was your relationship like with Mr. Dave Martins?
Oh, I had the pleasure of meeting Dave. Maybe first I got to see Dave on the stage. I was your age. I used to sit up at the Harquail on the balcony seats at the top. And this guy, he was a tall guy, first of all, right? So based on height, it becomes like a big figure. And then he had such a strong voice and his mannerisms. And then I saw how well he was received by the audience. So I probably tried to pick up a little few characteristic traits from him. And anybody who I see that has good character traits, if I can adapt them, I just take them. It's not stealing, right?
Yeah.
You just, let me take that from you, take that from you. Then probably 5 years ago, I had the pleasure of meeting him again at Gimme Story, and he came and he did a final kind of wrap up for Rundown one year and sang some songs. He was always somebody that was warm, that you could have an easy conversation with, but highly intelligent. Somebody that was obviously analyzing everything. It's all processing. But when he gave it back, it was somewhat artistic, but easily digestible. Some people, they can't appreciate fine art, but everybody can appreciate like a comic. It's the way that you put it back out that it's kind of broad, that everybody can say, I kind of get what you're saying.
So What Happened is really funny, and I heard that Rundown was really funny. So is there a connection between those two shows?
Yes. Rundown was such a strong brand that at the end, I got inspiration from Dave and Henry Matu and Dave Martins created Rundown together. So I said to myself, look at these two guys, they created something. It obviously made an impact. Why can't I create something too? You know how this is your show and it's like your baby. You take control of it. You say, I don't like that. I want this. So if somebody gave you their show, then it wouldn't really be yours. Yeah. So what happened, I feel, is I have a little more creative control, and I can do whatever I wanted with it. Suppose I took Rundown and then I burnt it into the ground. You know, that wouldn't look good for the legacy that they left behind. So I'll burn What Happening into the ground instead.
How have you been feeling recently?
When I get up in the morning, I feel tired for at least half an hour.
Oh, that is easy to solve. Just wake up a half an hour later.
So, What Happening is already really successful, but how do you want to see it develop?
You know, Cayman, there's a phenomenon in Cayman. As anything new, they swarm around it. And then after a while, they, leave it alone. So if it can stay consistently well attended, that is a huge success for Cayman. And obviously because it's theater, the goal is to put away your phone and to get their attention with what is happening on stage. And you know, on your phone, you can do Netflix, you got TikTok, you can get your own entertainment feed curated just for you. To compete against that is pretty hard. So to tell somebody, don't watch the $10 million production that's on Netflix. Instead, come to the Harkwell and watch this guy rub sticks and stones together to try and make something happen. If I can get the crowd coming out every year, I would be very thrilled.
You know how you learned a lot from Mr. Dave Martins in plays? How do you think all the people who want to start acting and directing and creating plays can learn from you?
There is some spark, something that probably revolves in your mind at night. Say, oh, I want to do this. For example, you want to do this show. I know you're into music. You want to play guitar. Whatever it is that you find that you're comfortable with putting in the work, because it's work, right? This is work. You dressed up, you got ready, you have notes, you have a camera person, there's audio, you're going to take this home, you're going to edit it. It's work. Trying to convince somebody around your age to do this, they might run away from it and say, I don't want to do this, but you have a passion to do it. So the first step is just trying something new, sticking your neck out and experiencing something, and then failing at it. And one day your mic is not going to be working, mine is going to be working, something is going to happen with the footage, it's all going to get corrupted. But you fail, you just keep on going and failing and failing and failing. And I think tenacity is the biggest lesson. Just keep going. The world is not going to end. Yeah, just keep going. It'll work.
Thank you so much, and good luck with What Happened.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you ready for non-stop laughter? Cayman's biggest comedy show returns. Wha Happening is happening, featuring the all-star cast. Bring the family, bring your friends, bring your grandma. Treat yourself to a night of fun and back-breaking, side-splitting, laughing until you choke comedy. Directed by Matt Brown.
Drop the joke, no man. What happening? Tell me.
At the Harkwell Theater, September 27th until October 13th. Proudly presented by the Cayman National Cultural Foundation. Tickets on sale now at ticketsplus.ky.
What happening? Drop the joke, no man.